And we're going to go live now to Calgary, and the mayor is
Happy
updating us
Father's
on the
Day
water
to all of
crisis.
the dads who have been reducing their water usage. Today, you get a pass. No need to shower, no need to shave. We're just going to call it come as you are. It's dad style all day. And I want to celebrate the fact that you have been doing your part to conserve water and help us when we really need it. It's been a busy 24 hours since we declared a state of local emergency in our city yesterday morning. At the same time that many of you were out celebrating Neighbor Day and reconnecting with each other, we were hard at work looking to find efficient ways to fix the repairs that we need to do along the broken feeder main pipe. This has actually created a problem for all Calgarians because our standard water supply has been cut in half because we cannot get water from the Bears Paw treatment facility out to different reservoirs within our city. We have been relying on the South Glenmore treatment plant to pump water into all of the reservoirs. And I want you to imagine that we are only operating at about 50% of the full capacity of the system. The good news, I am very happy to report that Calgarians are listening and understanding that we are going to be in a prolonged period of needing to conserve water. Yesterday, your consumption hit an all-time low, and we used 438 million liters of water. That is better than what we hoped to achieve. The best that we did was last Saturday, about 8 days ago, when you consumed 440 million liters. You did better yesterday, and I cannot thank you enough for taking that call to action seriously. We are also in pretty good shape in terms of the supply that we have on hand. We've got about 634 million liters as of 6 a.m. this morning. That means that we have enough water stored to meet demand and also protect ourselves in case of any emergencies. I want to thank everybody in Calgary, Airdrie, Tsuut'ina Nation, Strathmore, and Chestermere for all of your efforts. You are very good humans, especially when you consider that a lot of haters and deniers are saying that you'll give up, you'll get sick of all of this, and you won't do your part. I have much more faith in all of you than that. The other good news is that we were blessed with rain. And because of this rain, you were able to collect water that you can use in the future for your vegetable gardens and for all of your plants. I received a lot of messages from friends with photos of how they were collecting that water, everything from buckets to milk jugs to rain barrels. And there were a lot of social media posts about Calgarians using ingenious ways to collect water. Thank you very much for doing your part, and thank you for sharing it on social media to encourage your family and your friends to do the same. And I'm going to say, let's fill those socials with creative ways that you are saving water. It doesn't all have to be doom scrolling and bots. Post your victories on saving water so we can drown out all of the noise. I also know that everyone is quite concerned about how long this is going to take and who's actually doing their part. I'm getting a lot of questions about hotels, recreation centers, businesses, and summer festivals. At this time, I'm going to ask you to please give us some time to collect the information to answer your questions. We need a few more days to look at the numbers. We need some more time to look at water usage mapping throughout our city and the region. We need to talk to our partner organizations and businesses to make sure they understand what they can do to reduce water usage. And we need to understand better the timeline for restoring the Bears Paw water treatment facilities flow back into our system. We're also investigating some other options, one of which includes using overland pipes to get water from Bears Paw into the various places that we need it. These are backup plans that we are simply considering right now. We'll get you more information as we have it. But we can't make these types of significant decisions based on gut instinct alone. Let's give the city emergency operations team the next few days to collect the information they need. Let's give them time to brainstorm with other professionals to see what can be done to restore our water supply to regular usage and get that water pumping at 100% capacity. We will absolutely share information and ideas with you as we have them so you can understand what decisions are being made and why they're being made. In the meantime, I'm asking everyone, businesses, corporations, industry, and residents to continue doing your part. I know a lot of you will be out celebrating Father's Day today. You might be at restaurants and pubs. So I'm going to share something that one of our iconic, longstanding pubs in Calgary is doing. The Ship and Anchor shared on social media yesterday what they're doing, and I will quote their tweet. With the city declaring a state of emergency, we wanted to share what conservation efforts we have put in place since the news of the water main break last week. Number one, we are only pouring water when requested. Number two, we are using our dishwasher as sparingly as possible and maximizing every load. Number three, we're keeping our bar wells low on ice and using ice sparingly in beverages to minimize the refilling of our ice machine. Number four, buckets are set up on our patios to catch leftover water from customer water bottles and glasses to use for planting or for plant watering. Additionally, we are working with our plumbing company to rewire our auto flushing in our bathrooms and to shorten the time that sink taps run with each press. We recognize that we all need to do our part to mitigate water use while this city navigates this emergency. This is a true act of leadership, and I know that there are other restaurants and pubs that are practicing similar methods of saving water. I'm encouraging all establishments to share what you're doing to work differently to keep our water supply at a strong level. Please feel free to tag me in your social posts, and I'll make sure word gets out on everything that you are doing. And let me just go back to why our water use as residents is as important as what the businesses are doing. I want you to think about Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup bar, you know, the one that's got 3 cups in it. Or I want you to think of a pail of ice cream that's Neapolitan. It's got the chocolate, the vanilla, and the strawberry. Now, I want you to think that someone takes one of your delicious peanut butter cups, or someone eats all the chocolate out of the pail, probably me. You're still left with 2/3 of what you started with. That 2/3 is us. It's you and me. It's residents. We're the ones that are consuming 2/3 of the water in the system, and that's why it's important that we all continue to do our part, because we're responsible for 2/3 of the water usage in our system. Now, later today, I'll be back at the Emergency Operations Center with Chief Sue Henry and the city team to talk to you about the progress that's being made and to bring you any important updates that we have. Until then, I'm going to leave you with some dad tips in honor of Father's Day. And here are some of the ones that my team came up with and some doozies from the internet. Brush your teeth in the shower. 2 birds, 1 stone. Drink beer instead of water. Only water the plants that you really like and call it survival of the fittest. Skip washing the car. Little dirt adds character. Imagine you're on a game show and the prize is lower water bills. Put a sealed glass jar in your toilet tank to save water when you flush. And just the barest whisper of water in one's whiskey. And my dad's advice to me throughout my life, do it like you mean it. So Calgary and surrounding area, I'm asking you to save water like you mean it, because it matters. It matters a lot. And I can see that you are doing your best to help us all get through this situation, and it is greatly appreciated. With that, happy Father's Day, everyone, and we will see you at 2 p.m.
You've been listening to Calgary's Mayor Jyoti Gondek updating us on the water main repairs that are happening in that city. Now, she didn't really give us many details on that, but she did have some good news about water consumption in the city. It was the lowest they've seen since this crisis started there. 438 million liters were used yesterday. That is the lowest, and they have a good reservoir right now. But she said they need a few more days to assess the damage to get a better idea of when they hope to have this up and running again. They are talking 3 to 5 weeks because they found more issues with that water main pipe, and they're also considering maybe an overland route for some of them.